then?
Patria o muerte. This is the slogan of the Cuban Communist Party, meaning fatherland or death. Just real quick, so this means fatherland and death. By a show of hands, does this maybe like strike you guys at heart? Can you maybe see a problem with this? Yeah, right. So me too. Well, on July 11th, 2021, Cubans rightfully protested against this exact slogan and the communist regime, but unfortunately were met with retaliation from Cuban militants. And according to the Cuban side, outside down there, and Cuba elects, 5 protesters died, many people were left injured, and over 500 people were arrested. This is not okay, and ultimately leads me to my thematic statement of purpose, which is that Cubans have been trying to fight communism for so long, and they've done everything in their power to combat this, but now it is up to us that are here in a free democratic state to step up and be ultimately the rules. In this speech, I will talk about what exactly is the Communist Party of Cuba, what, why they're a problem, and what we can do to finally have a free. So the Communist Party of Cuba was created in 1965 by Fidel Castro, which I'm sure you guys can all recognize there. And um, but communist activities in Cuba can actually be traced all the way back to 1923. This is all according to an article by Britannica on the Communist Party of Cuba. And in 1976, they actually became the only party um, permitted to function in Cuba, which you can already see like the communist kind of ideology from there. And so they've remained like that to this day, and nothing has changed. They're still like the one party in Cuba that is able to function. So the problem with communism is actually that I don't want to get political here or anything, but it is very greatly defined by Marco Rubio and his floor. Here's a YouTube video of a floor speech he addressed right after the protest happened this past July, and he basically says that communism is when you exchange your security and your freedom. When you exchange your freedom for security, and obviously with their slogan of like fatherland or death, that's a pretty bold statement. And with exchanging your freedom for that just to have like protection, which they're obviously not getting because there's low supplies all over Cuba. There's no Medicare for anybody. Um, yeah, so this is just if you guys want to get more yard, I'll definitely say it. Check that video out. It's really good. It's like 7 minutes. So this is another representation of how communism has been a problem in the U.S. In the U.S. and Cuba. So this graph shows the number of immigrants that are fleeing Cuba, and since the Communist Party started about 1965, or communist um, activity started between like 1920s, you can see like the drastic change like right around year like 1935, and it just skyrockets. But obviously there's a problem there. Nobody's getting fed. People are dying. Um, and this is according to the Cuban migration policy, which is a website that advocates for free Cuba. Um, so once again, I just wanted to mention that the people of Cuba are tired. This has been going on for 80 plus years. My grandfather was actually a Cuban, had to escape. And he's about 70 now, so maybe like 65 years ago. But Cuba was once actually like, I know it's great for us to believe it, but it was actually once thriving, and it was like one of these up and coming places everybody would go visit. Well, I guess Joaquin has gone to visit somehow. He mentioned it himself. He says it's nice, so maybe when this is all over, we can like take a trip. Um, but it's been bad there right now. And this is Yo Twin. He's a famous Cuban singer that had to flee Cuba, and he has a song named Patria y Vida, which means fatherland and life. It's kind of like a twist to that slogan. It's like kind of a direct review. And this song, it gained a lot of traction, and people were actually holding up signs of protest fatherland or death. And I mean, patria vida, which is fatherland life. But now it's actually banned in Cuba. Like if you listen to it or if they catch you listening to it, you can quite literally like get killed. So what can we do about all of this? So when the protests happened, this is a new president of Cuba, Manuel Diaz Canel. Um, yes, so President Diaz Canel. This is a new communist president of Cuba, and when these protests were happening, he actually like stumbled and panicked, which um, which kind of showed that the communists like it's not the same Castro communism. Like Castro was a very like powerful and influential leader. He had a way with his words, and he really made everything like hide behind what really was going on in Cuba. But when these so how the Communist Party works is like the first line of defense is that they'll silence all their adversaries. So that's the first thing that he tried to do, but it wasn't successful, and he actually stumbled and was like, okay, like it wasn't really silenced because it wasn't made really mainstream. And in Miami, after that, there was like protests for 3 4 days that people were talking about it for like, a whole week and everything. And this guy was just like scared. He was like, oh, I'm not gonna be president anymore. And that's according to an article by the New Yorker. Um, so now knowing this, I am urging you guys to um, so this is a Freedom Tower in Miami. It's right next to the American Airlines. Well, FTX is the name of the plane. It's in the heart of downtown Miami, and it was actually a Cuban sanctuary when Cubans were coming in floods of like 100,000 people, and they would actually take shelter there, provide food, like bedding, water, everything for them. So I'm urging you guys from Monday, November 22nd to the 24th, which is right before Thanksgiving. If we come here and protest and ask for our government to help aid Cuba, I know that this problem will eventually be solved. Because I saw it back in the July 11th, and you could not see a sign in Miami. And I mean, Marco Rubio, all these advocates from Cuba were talking about it. And I mean, at the end, nothing crazy happened, but I know that if we just keep talking about it and keep um, being put mainstream for like our government to see it, I know that Cuba can be free and like um, so so now that we've heard what exactly the Communist Party is, and why they're a problem, and now that you've heard my policy, which is the process, um, I want to leave you guys with this quote. Well, it's not really a quote. It's actually a lyric that I got from Genius. Genius is like a music kind of website that they have like the lyrics and the meaning behind for a bunch of songs. So this is from Your Twibs, actually, Patria Vida, the song that I mentioned earlier. And it basically says this, Llora mi país y siento yo su voz. Wait, and that means my village cries and I hear its voice.